Today I'm going to show you 5 epic Elden Ring mods you will not regret installing on your game. The first mod adds the modder's own version of lightsabers to Elden Ring to make it fit more in the setting. Now, if you're a Star Wars nerd like me and you were really sad that Knights of the Old Republic, the remake that is, was still years away from release and nowhere near finished, then fret not because you can play your own Jedi or Sith in Elden Ring. But the modder Clever Raptor really crafted an amazing moveset for this. Now you have the usual one-blade lightsaber, and you also have access to double-bladed lightsabers. There's movesets for power stancing, for dual wielding, for one-handing, and for two-handing as well. And it has a really sick Ash of War where your character will do a flourish and open the blade as it is. And it's basically a stance where you can walk around with it and you can actually throw your lightsaber and it will hit enemies going forward and it will hit enemies coming back to you as well. It is so incredibly amazing to play with. Like, if you're a Star Wars fan, you just need to try this out. Now the next one is a simple mod, but I think it does help with the overall atmosphere of the game. So this mod adds new weather elements and new randomized weather patterns. You'll get snow, you'll get some different types of rain, you will get foggy mornings, and it just really adds to the immersiveness of different types of weather that exist, because in this game, in the base game at least, what you get is either rain or sunny. Really helps with the immersiveness of this RPG. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this little boss from this little game called Dark Souls 3. I think the Abyss Watchers was one of the bosses that was played up so much. The first time I played the game, I was really scared to fight them. But in my first playthrough, I was using his Wayhander, right? So I just ended up knocking this boss on his booty the entire time. And I was like, man, this is supposed to be hard. Like, what in the world? So I was scared for nothing, but I think it's one of my favorite bosses. It's just so freaking fun. And now this mod author made it so that you can have this boss's moveset in Elden Ring. It has power stancing attacks when you're dual wielding only, as well as the light and heavy attacks. There's a buff you can put when you're using the Sacred Order Ash of War on the Gargoyle Sword. So it'll light your weapon with flames and it'll do much more damage, and it looks really beautiful. Now there is an issue sometimes when you're using the moveset, like the camera will shake at weird angles, but there is a version of the mod with no or very little camera shake if that bothers you. Honestly, I personally, it didn't bother me too much. I think it looked cool when it would do the whole close-up on my character. Now there's supposed to be a summoning feature where you can summon other Abyss Watchers to help you fight. However, I couldn't get this to work. You're supposed to use the talisman, and some people are saying you need to be near a stake of merit, but that was just not working for me. And in the video the author posted themselves, it looks like he was doing it in an actual boss fight, so maybe that's the trigger. Or something just broke because of the new version and they didn't update it, which is also very possible. But other than that, the fact that you have the moveset and the fact that you also have the entire armor set if you want to wear it, I think it's really freaking awesome. And you know me, I love my new movesets for this game because after 6 months, it's gotten pretty dry. Now, the next mod I'm going to talk about is Other Recolor for Torrent. Now these recolors are based off of actual horses. There are 7 recolors, and you can choose whether you want the horse with all the backpacks or without any of that. There's a beautiful black version, there's a blue Rohan one, a bright amber colored horse, there's a white one, and this mod just makes me want to replay Red Dead Redemption 2. And the cool thing about this mod is that you can combine it with pretty much any other mod because it only changes Torrent's textures. I just really love the idea of having the option to be able to customize a Torrent because, we use him so much in game. I really hope it's something they'll implement later in the DLC, but for now we do have awesome modders who are giving us all these options. As you can see, I kept the best for last. Now this mod will actually make your character feel like they got a weapon from a boss. It completely overhauls the Rune's Greatsword, which of course you can get by fighting the dual boss fight in the Radon area. So it's before the festival or after the festival you can fight these bosses and you'll get this weapon for winning. It completely changes the Ash of War to do a massive explosion on impact, and then you can actually travel as far as you can by holding down the R2 button or the LT button if you're on an Xbox controller. And when you release it, your character will just strike the ground and it looks so beautiful. beautiful. Like, it was so well made, and it was uploaded just like 4 days ago. I'm honestly a bit surprised it didn't get more traction than that. There's new attacks for everything, every R1 one-handed, every R1 two-handed, and all the heavy attacks as well. So it changes everything, the jumping attacks, the rolling attacks. It's such a fun weapon to play around with, and I don't want to show you guys all the attacks. I really want you guys to just try it out because it's so freaking fun. You know, I don't like a lot of the gravity stuff in this game. It seems so underwhelming compared to what the bosses can do themselves, and I think this weapon really hits the spot if that's your type of thing. The modding community for Elden Ring is really big already, but it's growing every day, and they're really working hard to bringing us all kinds of new mods to make us want to continue playing the game and give us a fresh new look at something that's become a bit stale over the months. We still have no news on when a DLC might be coming, but the thing we can count on 100% is all the modders out there. So I will keep making these types of videos for Elden Ring. I really hope you enjoy it. If you want more Elden Ring videos, I have plenty more on my channel, as well as guides for other games. So have yourself a wonderful day, everyone, and I'll see you all very soon.